My dear child, once you know just how special you are, your world begins to transform for you. When you give up believing in that limited version of yourself and you commit yourself to that new empowered vision that you hold of yourself, everything begins to change. Those limitations first begin to remove themselves from your thinking and then from your reality. Humbly affirm that everything about you is special. When you hold yourself up high and walk as if the universe is holding you up, your reality begins to reflect that. Don't know who needs to hear this part. Make your own choice. It is so important that you leave behind all the guilt when it comes to living your own life. You have got to make your own choices and decisions based on what is in alignment with your highest self, not based on what others want for you or what they will be happy with. At the deepest level, they don't know what is right or best for you. Only your inner self knows that. Not everyone needs to have a say in your life, although they often mean well, you will end up feeling decisions for you. This is why you must take risk. What looks like a risk to you from the perspective that you are seeing things from is not a risk to your higher self. Going from here to there always feels like a risk when you are viewing life from a lower perspective of fear, unworthiness, or doubt. Living cautiously has never fulfilled anyone or ever supported someone in becoming their best self. Follow the call within you, and that is your higher self calling you towards more. Your destiny is already written in the stars. Go on, take that leap of faith, unfulfilled if you let them make all of your. My child, know that you are special. Yes, you, and your beautiful speciality is that you are you. Yes, I know you don't realize it often, but the impact of your individuality and uniqueness have on this world is something indescribable. No one can touch people's lives the way you do, and there are some people who feel special whenever you are around them, who feel blessed that you exist, who wish to be like you someday, who feel grateful for having you in their lives, who look up to you and who are glad that you are a part of their journey, and who live for the vibes you give off, and who just love all that you are. My child, never think less of yourself. You are not something ordinary. You are one of a kind, and you are special, and you matter. Just keep adding the beauty of your uniqueness to the world, because no one can do it like you and no one can be you. You are you, and you are perfectly you. My child, know that. This is a sign that you have been looking for. I know how you are stressed and anxious. I know at times it feels like it is not happening for you, but it seems to be for everyone else. I know you are giving it your all and trying your best. It is all going to pay off sooner rather than later, and it is safe to surrender, relax, and melt into this moment. It is safe to have trust and faith in the universe, and you are not alone. In this, you are loved and supported. You are a powerful, conscious creator, and the universe sees that. Watch as you change your inner world, how your external reality is shifting. My child, know that the situation you are in right now has zero effect on what can happen tomorrow. Reality takes its cues from your thoughts and expectations, not from what is happening in the physical world. And if you grasp this concept, you got it all figured out. Your current situation does not influence your next one in no way, and the outside world is empty, meaningless smoke and mirrors constantly taking its cues from you. You must eradicate the idea that circumstances have any power to create. The situation you are in right now has zero effect on what can happen tomorrow. Reality takes its cues from your thoughts and expectations, not from what is happening in the physical world. If you grasp this concept, you got it all figured out. Your current situation does not influence your next one in no way. The outside world is meaningless, smoke and mirrors constantly taking its cues from you. Let go of the idea that circumstances have any power to create. Don't be so concerned about the outside world, and it has no other choice but to follow your inner world. My child, know that. Take a moment to reflect on what you have gone through, not to live in the past, but to honor your progress and keep trusting the process. You have learned and created from your loss. You have become stronger and stuck to the pursuit of your happiness. You have refrained from repeating old habits by creating new results. You have worked diligently to improve yourself and your situation, and today be grateful and celebrate who you are becoming. Your prayers are coming in one by one individual opportunity and upgrade at a time. This is the result of your showing up day in and day out, including the days when you question yourself, the days you get frustrated, and the days you felt like giving up. What was it all for? This to arrive at this moment when you are perfectly primed to take life whichever direction is most aligned with you. This stuff can't happen overnight. It takes time, dedication, and purpose. You are arriving here through intention, not coincidence. manifest the highest version of yourself, you gotta follow the spark in your heart. There is magic within all of us. The universe has blessed us all with unique gifts, but only a few dare to think differently from the masses and realize their true potential. The magic that sets you apart and makes you authentic is so obvious that the ego can't recognize it. When something is your nature, it's in plain sight, and it is not something that you will have to achieve outside. But we have been conditioned to always see the potential outside, never realizing the ultimate power lies within. What is it that comes naturally to you when you start investing your energy on your own gifts? You start coming in alignment with the divine purpose that the universe has for you, and it all will be effortless for you because you will be doing what you love. But for others, it will look difficult. Discover yourself. My child, know that sometimes life will throw you a curveball and a challenge, an invitation, and initiation. You rise to the challenge every time you decide to meet it, and it is in every choice that you make. Every breath, every step, every decision, you get to decide to go again, and this is your power. Nothing in life can take away from it, no event, circumstance, or person. You choose who meets it. Time and time again, you get back up, and I think that is a beautiful thing, and that is who you are. Someone who does not give up. You always find a way to get through tough times because you are a survivor. A mountain of strength with a heart of gold, a lotus who has bloomed from chaos and crisis, your gifts being able to be broken open time and time again to deeper love and growth. Whatever it takes, you have it all within you. My child, know that this message is speaking to you right now. You are inviting to follow me in this magical relief, and as I have been guided to do. This is your personal invitation to transform your life when the fairies call us like they are doing on this message. Our response varies, as it is a unique response formed of our fears, our dreams, our truth, and whether our wild pure heart has been ignited. If you have been in physical pain, this is an invitation to allow the suffering to pass and to fall away. You are feeling now this flow of energetic magic, and as you are guided by the healer's touch, and her energy is flowing freely all around you. If you have dreamed of this is your opportunity to embrace the fairy self within and to come with her into a realm where healing, beauty, and joy are omnipresent. You are called to be transformed and to heal the world. This calling can come to you as a vision, a startling dream, or simply manifesting with whispers and you are about to transform your life and get yourself ready. My child, know that sometimes you lose a love to find a love that is deeper, kinder, stronger. Sometimes you lose an opportunity because there is something even more magical on the horizon. Sometimes you lose a friend because you have outgrown each other and are holding one another back. Sometimes you lose yourself because you are about to discover a more profound reason for living, an undeniable purpose which defines your true path. Remember this when you feel like something is slipping away from you before you are ready to let go. The opportunity and people you lose along the way are the stepping stones paving your way to your happiest self. Your trust, love, your most genuine purpose, and what is waiting for you on the other side of this pain and uncertainty will be worth all the stones in your path. And I promise you would not want to change a thing about your journey once you see where it is taking you. My child, know that there will be some days that will be so hard on your soul and where you will heal from outside in because everything will feel numb. Where food will taste like cardboard and people will feel grey and you will want the earth to tug you in its arm because the sunshine will be too bright, shimmering on the window a few times before realizing that you are not coming out today. And there will be some days where your favorite song would not touch you and when people will, and it will feel like thorns prickling at your skin. Some days when the darkness will want to swallow you whole and you will let it because you will be tired and scarce tipped over the edge until everything you have kept in has spilled out. Some days where you will slip under the covers for longer than usual and simmering away in pain, and there will be some days where going out will feel worse than staying in, so you will stay in. And those days will be harder than that ones that come after them, but they will be needed. Those days will turn you inside out so you are able to face your rawest self. Those days will push you out of your comfort zone, and those days will sweep you into darkness before flinging you into the light. Those days will show you that pain does not disappear, and sometimes it is not about fighting the pain and it is about becoming stronger in the face of it. My child, know that the most proud life you will live is not one full one of loud accomplishments that people applaud or that outward validation you thought you were seeking. The most proud life you will lead will be found in quiet moments behind closed doors that maybe only you or a close few know about. My child, know that deep down there is more to who you are. Some of you have a very powerful message inside of you and that you have been keeping to yourself. But the world needs to hear it. In case you were looking for confirmation, maybe you have been shrinking back in fear of being judged or misunderstood. But you should no longer apologize for being who you are. And when you express what is in your heart, some people would not approve, and that is okay. But the key to your freedom will only be found in speaking and living your truth. Don't you dare censor yourself or allow the destructive criticism to discourage you, and it is all part of the process. You have a right to be here, you have a right to thrive, and you have a right to supernatural, extraordinary blessings. Know your truth, live your truth, speak your truth, and it will set you free. What qualities have you been hiding because you think they are different or weird? What do you fear will happen if you show your true, authentic self? Never be afraid of being different. Your difference is a gift that distinguishes you from the world. It defines you, it promotes you, it elevates you to prominence, and you were not created to be an imitation of another person's greatness. Within your authentic expression lies the power to heal, to restore, and to liberate. This is the season of free movement right now, and many of you are being called to rebirth, reclaim, recover, restore, return, remember, re examine, re-evaluate, and release who you have learned to be so you can reconnect with who you really are. And you are being called upward. But will you say yes to the call? Saying yes means you must stop distracting yourself from walking in your purpose, and it is time to cancel all the noise, clear all clutter, and become more intentional with your life. Get into the flow of this powerful movement. My child, know that talent matters, skills matters, knowledge matters, but none of it will make a difference if you don't believe in yourself. And not just when everything is going right. You have to believe in yourself when it feels like everything is stacked against you. When you have put your entire heart into something and it feels like you are not getting anything back in return, and when you are struggling, when the challenges feel insurmountable, when nothing is going the way you expected, check in with your heart. Does it feel like you are still on the right path? In this dream, still what you truly want most? If so, you owe it to yourself to keep going. Believe in yourself with every cell of your being. Because one day you are going to make it, you are going to succeed and surpass your own expectations. And when someone asks you what made the difference in your success, it would not be your skills or talents. It would not be anything that someone else gave you, and it will be your relentless and unwavering self-belief. My child, know that the whole of life is just a appeasement of hunger, and the two infinite states of consciousness from which a man can view the world are purely a means of satisfying that hunger. The principle upon which each state is organized is some form of hunger to lift the passion for self gratification to ever higher and higher levels of experience. Desire is the mainspring of the mental machinery. It is a blessed thing, and it is a right and natural craving which has a state of consciousness as its right and natural satisfaction. So, my child, know that the part of you that hurt is the part that is still fighting, and the part of you trying to tell you it is not too late actually. You are not behind, you are capable, you can change your life. Numbing that pain is silencing your most vital inner guidance. And that is what a likewise hurting world attempts to do. Nothing outside of us can stop us unless it implants enough doubt to make us stop ourselves. The environments that hold us back do this most persistently, unable to reconcile their own lack of progress. We are made to feel guilty for wanting to move forward with our own. Your job is to turn inward, and it is to listen to your heart, and it is to know that the only person who has to answer to your life is you. The only person who will carry your regret is you, and the only person who will be there for you every hour of every day of your existence is you. This is not a selfishness, it is a releasing, and it is realizing that there is nothing and we can do for others, and if we ourselves are empty. There is no good we can add if we do not first ground ourselves in something real, if we do not fill ourselves with enough love and that it pours out and over. That is how we build a more beautiful world at the end of the day. And when we begin to bring a blossoming to the only place we ever could inside our own selves. My child, know that stepping away from what you have known does not mean you are leaving the only good thing that will ever happen to you. The life you build is an extension of what is inside of you, and you take that with you wherever you go, because that part of you will always be there, the part that loves and etches and tries to talk to you, the part that is telling you right now, keep going, and there is more to life than this. My child, know that what a blessing it is to hear God's voice. His words bring life. God spoke the creation into existence and sustains all life by His words. Today He is still speaking to our hearts in gentle whispers that create and renew life in us and around us. But more important than whether or not we hear God's voice in a particular situation is that we are listening. God speaks because He loves us and wants to be in interactive and intimate relationship with us. So, as we seek to hear God speak, the most important thing to remember is the larger context of our relationship with Jesus. How are we growing in an intimate conversational relationship with God in which we are learning to abide in Christ and bear fruit for Him? This is what matters most. My child, know that. It is beautiful to look back and see how far we have come, the ways we have changed and evolved, knowing that something that used to trigger us no longer makes us feel any type of way. Knowing that a past version of you would be went after that relationship, but this version of you knows that in choosing that connection, they would be repeating patterns that were not serving them. Knowing that a past version of you would be tolerated and envision to you their boundaries, but this version of you would never stand for that. Knowing that a past version of you would not have spoken up for themselves, but look at you now, not only speaking for yourself, but also for the things you believe in. Knowing that a past version of you would hide parts of themselves to be liked and accepted, but this version of you is fully owning it, and I hope you look back and celebrate how far you have come. My dear God, Lord, be first in my life today and always. You truly are the only one who satisfies, the only one who will never disappoint. Thank you for loving me with an everlasting love. I need efficiency as much as I need air and water, for it calls me to focus on the most important thing in life, to love you with everything I have and am. Don't let me ever forget, even for 1 second, and that you first loved us and gave yourself for us on the cross. How could I not love you? How could my heart not be yours? Lord, may I please your heart this day with every thought I think, every word I speak, and every action I take, showing you and the world who is on the throne of my life. May everything I do today be motivated by the love for you and what you have sacrificed for me. In Jesus' almighty name, Amen. Dear Father in heaven, we may come to you, for you have counted us as your children. Our heart longs to come to you and our God and Savior. May your word bless us and restore us. Give us courageous hearts to bear the distress of our times, and let a light arise in our days so that people care about your will. Then the need on earth shall come to an end, your name shall be honored, and your will be done. Lord God, you alone are our help. Be merciful to us, stretch out your hand so that all people may turn to you and to your commandments. and your will may be done on earth. Amen. My dear child, we are allowed to have complaints, we are allowed to be angry, and we are allowed to remember the people who have wronged us in the past. But we are not allowed to question their share of mistakes and wrongdoings. Of course, it is fair to have a questions, but not to demand every answer. Consequences don't have an intentional causes, they are always just a chain of choices gone wrong, and I think we are all human enough to be allowed mistakes. The truth really is that somewhere, someone else we once know is also seeking a similar answer. We will never know who, and they will never know why, but we will both know it was human. So, my child, know that. No, you will not be able to avoid hurting, but you will get better at it with time. You will learn to hear someone's disapproval and not immediately internalize it but simply witness it as part of their experience, one that does not have to touch you, not sway you, or not force you to react. You will feel your nervous system activate and your heart pound, and you will not self destruct as though that may act as a band and as though it could soothe you in some masochistic way. You will sense when you are tired and burned out, and you will decide to love yourself enough to resist the urge to keep engaging and simply rest. You will learn about yourself enough to know when you need quiet, when you need connection, and when you need nurturing in the most basic ways. And you will learn how to give that to yourself. You will be rejected, and it will not end you, and it will not initiate your own internal collapse. No, you will not be able to avoid hurting altogether, but you will become better able to weather it in time. My child, know that. You probably heard of David from the story of David Scholar, and in which David defeats the Philistine named Goliath, who was 9 feet tall. David is remembered for the faith, and he showed that nothing is too big for good. David, the son of Jesus, was the chosen by God and as the next king of Israel and anointed by Samuel. King Saul chose David as the commander of the army because God was with him and he was successful in every mission he went on. Jonathan, the son of King Saul, was the prince of Israel, and Jonathan was a great warrior. These two were not likely friends from the beginning. The son of the king of Israel and the anointed next king of Israel. But this is one of the most amazing friendship in the Bible. Jonathan could have been jealous or angry at David. As we see in the next chapters, Saul soon became jealous of Saul, and he could have easily been jealous too, but he was not. Before Saul had sinned, and God had decided that Saul's family would not be the next king, Jonathan would have been the next king of Israel, but instead these two men became friends. And Jonathan loves David as himself. King Saul soon became jealous of David, and he was afraid because the Lord was with David. And because of this, Saul throws his spear at Saul and trying to kill him, but David escapes. David went to Jonathan and told him this Saul was trying to kill him. Jonathan said that Saul had not told him, and Saul tells him everything. But David said that Saul knew of their friendship, and they devised a plan to see if Saul wanted to kill David. Jonathan discovers that Saul wants to kill David, but when Jonathan tries to convince Saul not to kill David, he tries to kill Jonathan, and Jonathan tells David to flee, and he does. My child, know that the message that comes with this gateway is a giant yes, and it brings the energy of wishing on a star and seeing that wish coming true. This is a time for you to move forward with any projects or ideas that you have felt called to carry out. This is an energy of positivity, abundance, and excitement surrounding you at this time. Whatever dreams you have been revisiting recently are not dreams but premonitions. Know that whatever you are connecting with on the inside is soon to be something you will be experiencing in the physical. So think about what you desire instead of what you fear. See yourself celebrating as if your wildest dream have come true. As you do so, you will be creating the perfect energy for them to manifest in your world. My child, know that God created Adam by breathing life into him, and God created Adam just like he created you and me. Adam named all the animals on the earth, but there was still no good companion for him. So God created Eve out of Adam's rib, so they were united together. The devil tricked Eve into eating the fruit of the forbidden tree and the tree of goods and evil. Adam and Eve both ate from the tree that God told them not to eat from. When they sinned, they felt naked. God found them in the garden. God banished them from the Garden of Eden. And as they speak unto the people, the priest and the captain of the temple and the Sadducees come upon them, and being grieved that they taught the people and preached through Jesus the resurrection from the dead. And they laid hands on them and put them in hold unto the next day, for it was now eventide. Howbeit many of them which heard the word believed, and the number of the men was about 5,000. Act 4. Moses truly said unto the fathers, a prophet shall the Lord your God raise up unto you of your brethren, like unto me him shall hear in all things whosoever he shall say unto you. And it shall come to pass that every soul which will not hear that prophet shall be destroyed from among the people. Yea, and all the prophets from Samuel and those that follow after, so many as have spoken, have likewise foretold of these days. Ye are the children of the prophets and of the covenant which God made with our fathers, saying unto Abraham, and in their seed shall of all the kindreds of the earth be blessed. Unto you first God, having raised up his Son Jesus, sent him to bless you in turning away every one of you from his iniquities. Now, time for today's affirmations. I am embracing my ability to pursue the success and prosperity I desire. I am releasing the limiting beliefs that block me from seeing the miracles manifesting all around me. I am expanding my perception of what could be and what I can make happen, and I am worthy of all the great opportunities life is offering me, and I am always blessed with what I need, and life is good for me. I am enough just the way I am. I am whole because I put effort into my healing. I am loved because I am loving. I am supported because I am supportive. I am abundant because I have released limiting thinking. Every step I take develops my strength, and every choice I make empowers my confidence in my abilities. Every lesson I learn teaches me how to win even bigger, and I'm enjoying my journey of creating more, and I love who I am. Dear someone, know that the ones who keep their promises, who are not afraid to sit in the heaviness and the silence with you, who are there in both the exciting and the mundane moments, the ones who refuse to allow you to give up on your dreams, your desires, or yourself, the ones who see the world differently from you and find new ways to open your mind, the people who approach life with curiosity instead of judgment, and the people who believe that love is not an infinite resource and that there are always new ways to show it. The ones who are just as willing to cheer you on as they are to offer their shoulder to lean on, and the ones who open their hearts to you, not because they need to, but because they want to. The people who push you to believe in yourself in ways you could not have imagined, the ones who teach you what it means to be present, and the ones who don't have you behind the moment your lives change, the ones who create space for you and insist that you take it up, the people who believe that love is not an infinite resource and that there are. Dear someone, know that if someone truly wants you around, then they will do what it takes to keep you there. You can't force someone to care about you. You can't force someone to stay loyal to you. You can't force someone to love you. Don't stay because you think there is not more love out there. And don't stay because you think you can't find better. Don't lie to yourself so they can seem like a better person. And don't walk in a hurricane just to be by their side when you know they would not do the same for you. You have to understand that some people that enter your life are not meant to stay forever, even when you feel with your entire being that this is it for you, and they might not be. But I promise something, you will meet someone and it will make perfect sense why your past happened. You will never feel the slightest bites less about yourself because they will value all that you are, and you probably feel trapped or as if this is far out of reach for you. But trust me when I say this person is out there, this person is waiting for you, and you are the person of someone's dream. Someone is going to show you the purest love, and you have imperfections that someone is going to cherish. You have a laugh that someone is going to smile just thinking about it. You have dreams and goals that someone will support. You have a kindness in you that someone will admire. There is someone out there that will admire every nook and cranny of your mind, and this person exists in this world. So remember this when you are lying in bed at night with someone who makes you feel as though you are alone in this world. There is someone out there that will admire every look and cranny of your mind, and this person exists in this world. So remember this when you are lying in bed at night with someone who makes you feel as though you are alone in this world. Dear souls, know that you are residing between more than one dimension simultaneously, and the physical body is within the third dimension, and the emotional and mental bodies have shifted and are recalibrating in the fourth dimensions, and your spiritual and energetic bodies are reaching and integrating the fifth dimensions. And no wonder you are tired. Your multi-dimensional system is working overtime right now, and what you are achieving here on earth usually takes hundreds of years, and it is more important than ever to flow with what is arising and to afford yourself compassion and rest. 1010. Wait, don't skip. Your good days are near. God is preparing a new plan for your life, and everything is gonna alright. Could be quite a mixed bag today, but all in the positive. Some of you may find having a chance meeting with someone who can give you advice or other assistance that is just what you need in order to have your dreams come true. It could be the missing key that you have been searching for. Additionally, you could find yourself needing to be highly practical today and not letting emotions get the better, and being grounded and down to earth in the approach in every matter of what you are doing. This can include making lists, prioritizing things for the week ahead, and planning what you need to do. This is also a good day to spruce things up in your environment, whether it is clearing your work space, decluttering a little bit, and redecorating to give things a fresh, more alive feel to your environment. Just by cleaning your workspace, you can also declutter your own mind, and that will then help with the planning and preparation too. Type yes if you have faith and trust in God.